After a hard day, all you want is some time to relax with your family and get a good night's sleep. This is a common desire for people around the world, but unfortunately, it's not the reality for many. A study conducted by the National University of Singapore that utilized over 50 million nights of sleep data from wearable devices to analyze global sleep patterns reveals that sleep duration varied significantly across different regions, including Europe, Latin America, North America, and Asia. The study shows that people in Asia consistently report shorter sleep durations compared to other regions. Studies using wearable devices like the Oura Ring show that Asian individuals sleep approximately 45 minutes less than their counterparts in Europe and North America. Additionally, Asian sleep patterns exhibit higher variability during weekdays and less weekend sleep extension, likely due to longer working hours and cultural factors that prioritize work over rest. Europeans, on the other hand, generally sleep longer and have more consistent sleep patterns. They tend to compensate for sleep lost during the week with longer sleep durations on weekends. This region shows the most significant weekend sleep extension, reflecting a cultural tendency to use weekends for relaxation and social activities. Similar to Europe, North Americans also have relatively stable sleep patterns with notable weekend sleep extensions. The data indicates that while North Americans sleep more than Asians, their sleep duration is slightly less than Europeans. Sleep efficiency in North America is higher compared to Asia, but lower than in Europe. Data on sleep patterns in Africa is relatively sparse. However, it is suggested that sleep duration in African countries might be influenced by socio-economic factors, access to electricity, and lifestyle changes due to urbanization. The region requires more comprehensive studies to fully understand sleep trends. Research specifically focusing on Latin America is less extensive, but available data suggests that sleep patterns are influenced by cultural practices similar to those in Asia, with shorter sleep durations and high variability. However, there is a notable gap in large-scale studies directly comparing LATAM sleep patterns with other regions. Another study, but about the usage of sleep aids from 2010 to 2024, reveals notable trends and regional differences across Europe, Latin America, North America, Africa, and Asia. The research reveals that North America has the highest revenue from sleep aids, driven by a large population suffering from sleep disorders such as insomnia and sleep apnea. Factors contributing to this include fast-paced lifestyles, unhealthy habits, and a high prevalence of chronic conditions like obesity and diabetes. The market in North America is well developed, with a wide range of over-the-counter, OTC, and prescription medications, sleep apnea devices, and advanced wearables. Europe, alongside North America, accounts for over 65% of global sleep aid sales. The European market sees significant usage of sleep medications, both OTC and prescription, as well as sleep apnea devices. The aging population and increased awareness of sleep disorders contribute to the high demand for sleep aids in this region. Asia is experiencing rapid growth in the sleep aids market. This is primarily due to increased awareness of sleep disorders, long working hours, and changing lifestyles. Products such as smart mattresses, melatonin supplements, and various sleep apnea devices are popular. Countries like China are seeing significant market expansion, driven by both local companies and international brands investing in R&D and innovative sleep solutions. In the Middle East and Africa, the sleep aids market is growing rapidly due to rising awareness of sleep disorders and their risk factors, such as obesity and hypertension. Despite the current low levels of diagnosis and treatment, the market is expected to grow as awareness and healthcare access improve. In Latin America, the sleep aids market is also growing, albeit at a slower pace compared to other regions. The market includes a mix of traditional remedies, OTC drugs, and emerging technologies. Increased awareness and government initiatives to address sleep health are driving factors for market growth in this region. Among the sleep aids types are medications, including prescription drugs, for example, benzodiazepines, non-benzodiazepines, and OTC options, for example, antihistamines, melatonin. Devices, such as continuous positive airway pressure, CPAP machines, adaptive servo ventilators, ASVs, and wearable sleep trackers. Others, including sleep laboratory services, mattresses, and pillows designed to improve sleep quality. But since we don't have to use any sleep aids, is there any way to improve our sleep quality? The answer is yes. Sleep specialists state that in order to have a good night of sleep, we should maintaining consistent sleep schedules, creating a restful sleep environment, limiting exposure to screens before bedtime, and managing stress through relaxation techniques. We certainly already heard about all the strategies mentioned above, and most of all have tried them. But why we still fail? Which one of them might be leading us to fail? The answer might be as simple as you think: light. But why light can be detrimental or improve our sleep? Light plays a significant role in regulating sleep patterns and improving sleep quality, since it acts to regulate the production of an important hormone called melatonin that is crucial in regulating sleep-wake cycles, also known as circadian rhythms, through its interaction with our eyes. Let's dive into how light interacts with our eyes. At the back of our eyes lies the retina, which houses photoreceptors. These photoreceptors come in two types: rods, which help us see in low light, and cones, responsible for our color vision. Interestingly, our eyes also contain special cells called intrinsically photosensitive retinal ganglion cells, or IPRGCs. These cells don't help us see images, but instead play a crucial role in regulating our sleep-wake cycles. They contain melanopsin, a photopigment sensitive to blue light. When light, particularly blue light, hits these cells, they send signals to our brain's master clock, the suprachiasmatic nucleus, in the hypothalamus. This process helps regulate our circadian rhythms by controlling melatonin production. And you might ask yourself, what has this to do with sleep quality? It turns that the SCN, suprachiasmatic nucleus, is responsible for maintaining the body's circadian rhythms, which are roughly 24-hour cycles governing various physiological processes, including the sleep-wake cycle. And when IPRGCs detect light, they signal the SCN, which then suppresses the production of melatonin by the pineal gland. Okay, now we know all these things, what can we do to improve our night of sleep? If, for one hand, getting bright light exposure in the morning helps to anchor your circadian rhythm and reduces the likelihood of sleep difficulties. On the other hand, reducing exposure to blue light in the evening by using dim, warm-colored lights and minimizing screen time can help ensure that melatonin production is not suppressed, facilitating better sleep. Also, you can get ample exposure to natural light in the morning. This can help set your internal clock for the day, making you feel more awake in the morning and sleepy at night. Spending time outdoors or near a window can be beneficial. Reduce exposure to artificial light in the evening, particularly blue light from electronic devices. Consider using blue light filters on screens or wearing blue light blocking glasses in the evening. Dimming household lights and using warm-colored bulbs can also help. Make your bedroom as dark as possible. Use blackout curtains to block external light and eliminate any small light sources within the room. Consider using an eye mask if complete darkness is not achievable. If you need light during the night, opt for red or amber night lights, which have a minimal impact on melatonin production compared to blue or white lights. In the hour before bed, gradually dim the lights in your home to signal to your body that it's time to wind down. This can help prepare your body for sleep. Maintain a regular sleep schedule by going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, even on weekends. This consistency reinforces your body's natural rhythm. Aim to get at least 30 minutes of morning sunlight each day. Morning light exposure is most effective in regulating your sleep-wake cycle and boosting morning alertness. To conclude this study, Understanding the critical role of sleep in our overall well-being is just the beginning. As we've discussed, light exposure significantly impacts sleep quality by regulating melatonin production and circadian rhythms. By making conscious adjustments to our light environment and adopting better sleep habits, we can improve our sleep quality and, consequently, our health and productivity.